What's up guys? In this video, you will learn on how to dry palay leaves. Drying palay leaves is very important because it removes the moisture content and it easily processes in becoming a rice. Also, it also helps in the storage process in terms of if you wanted to store palay in your storehouse. Okay, so in this area, as you can see, we have this big area in which your palay can be exposed to sunlight. It's very important because it's also one of the cheapest method to dry palay leaves. Also, additional information, here in the Philippines, we cannot dry palay in National Road because it has a fine or charges. So be sure to always dry your palay in legitimate areas. Okay, so let's begin. Alright, so to dry palay leaves, we have to use these tools. So in English, we could also call this rake. Okay, so in that method, you have to do it like this. Okay, so this is an example of palay leaves or palay. So it took almost 1 day to dry this palay. So if you are in good heat or there's a good sunlight, intense sunlight, so it is easier or it's also faster to dry this up. Also, so as you can notice, the typical way of doing this is it is much faster if you place it there in a thin way or in a spread in a large area so that it would be thin and it will be much easier to dry. So every 15 minutes or depending on your method, you could dry every 15 minutes in order to speed up using that way to flip palay so that different portion or region of that palay will be exposed to that sunlight. Alright, so assuming that your palay is dried up, you will now gather it or try to seal it up using this method. This one. So as you can see, this is like a rake, but it does not have any portion or gap there. So it is much easier to store or to like this. So that it will be much easier. Okay, so the common question would be how to know if this palay is dried up. In this method, you will use your common sense because you have to try to peel this one. If it is much easier to peel, you will notice that it would be much easier for the machine to also peel this large quantities of palay, of dried palay. So that's also one of the things or to notice in order to ensure that your palay is now dried and ready to be processed. one. So we have this magic tool because it helps to speed up tremendously this palay. So as you can see, this is an improvised tool. So we will see in just a moment on how to use this one. So let's go and try to use this one. So this is how pro farmer do it. So as you can see, we have this tool here. So this is like a broomstick. It has the same purpose like a broomstick, but this tool is not made up of coconut leaves. So this is made up of dried twigs. So it is much more rigid, much more stronger and durable compared to broomstick. So we also call this jerry rig broomstick. Okay, so let's use this. So as you can see, when you use that magic tool, there's a lot of small so that's why you need to use this to further properly store or seal the palay. Okay. Now it is much more so this is the one that cleans up the remaining palay. The last tool that we're going to use in drying of palay is this one. It looks like a bag or a mallet if you look it like this. But this is a tool that like a dustpan in which you will use this to gather up those dried palay. Okay, so let's take a look on how to use this one. So with this, it is much easier to, gather up those palay. Alright. So that's how you gather up those dried palay. Alright, so in our video, as you can see, it is nearly done. So there are a lot of sacks that were transported into the storehouse. So it took 2 hours to just to gather up. So it takes a lot of time to dry of palay. So that's why we should appreciate our farmers that sacrifice a lot just to dry up those palay and become rice. So as you can see, just to sum it up, these tools are very important and essentials in drying of palay. So that's it. That's for today's video, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.